Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coins TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the 1930 Washington 5-cent Liberty coin, better known to collectors as the Buffalo nickel, and specifically the 1930 issue with no mint mark, struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia. If you have ever come across an old 5-cent coin with a proud Native American profile on one side and a powerful American bison on the other, you may be holding a piece of American history in your hands. The 1930 no mint mark example in very fine condition represents a powerful blend of artistry, history, rarity, and long-term collector demand. Designed by renowned sculptor James Earle Fraser, this iconic coin captures the spirit of early 20th century America. Fraser's design was inspired by real Native American leaders and an actual American buffalo believed to have lived in New York's Central Park Zoo. The obverse features a bold, dignified Native American portrait with strong facial features and braided hair, along with the word, Liberty, and the year 1930. The reverse showcases the massive buffalo standing on a raised mound, symbolizing the untamed American frontier. Now let's focus on what makes the 1930 no mint mark coin so interesting. Since it carries no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia, which at the time did not use a mint mark on 5-cent coins. Although millions were produced, survival in higher grades is much more limited. Coins from 1930 circulated heavily during the Great Depression era, meaning many examples today show significant wear. A very fine condition coin, however, still retains strong detail in the hair braid, the cheekbone, and the buffalo's horn and shoulder. In the very fine grade, you can clearly see much of the feather detail and the buffalo's muscular definition, though moderate wear is visible on high points. Collectors value this grade because it balances affordability with strong eye appeal. In today's coin market, a 1930 no mint mark Buffalo nickel in very fine condition typically sells for hundreds of dollars depending on overall eye appeal, luster traces, strike sharpness, and surface preservation. Coins with especially clean surfaces, minimal scratches, and strong remaining detail can command even higher premiums. Exceptional specimens graded by professional services may reach into the upper hundreds or more, especially if they display attractive toning or are close to extremely fine condition. What truly drives demand for this coin is its place in American history. The Buffalo nickel series ran from 1913 to 1938, and each date tells part of the story of America between the world wars. The 1930 issue comes at a critical moment just after the 1929 stock market crash, making it a tangible artifact from the beginning of the Great Depression. Holding this coin connects you directly to that era, a time of hardship, resilience, and transformation in the United States. Unique features to look for include a strong strike on the buffalo's horn, full detail in the hair braid, and a clear date, since buffalo nickels are notorious for worn or faded dates. Many circulated pieces lost their dates entirely due to heavy wear, which makes clearly dated 1930 coins more desirable. Also inspect the rim for completeness and the lettering for sharpness. While the 1930 Philadelphia issue is not the rarest in the series, high-quality examples are steadily increasing in value due to collector demand and limited supply. The coin's artistic beauty, combined with its historical context and scarcity in higher grades, gives it strong long-term investment potential. Over the decades, Buffalo nickels have consistently remained one of the most popular classic American coin series to collect, and the 1930 no mint mark issue continues to be a key part of many complete sets. Whether you're a beginner searching through old coin jars or a serious collector building a graded set, the 1930 Buffalo nickel in very fine condition represents an affordable yet historically rich treasure. It may not be worth millions, but its value in the hundreds, and sometimes climbing toward the $1,000 range for superior examples, makes it a coin worth checking carefully. So next time you see an old 5-cent piece dated 1930 with no mint mark, don't ignore it. Examine the details, assess the condition, and consider its story. You might just be holding a small but powerful piece of American history that continues to grow in popularity and value with each passing year. As we continue exploring the 1930 no mint mark Buffalo nickel, it's important to understand how grading and rarity within condition dramatically influence its market value and long-term collectability. While millions of these coins were originally struck by the United States Mint in Philadelphia, the true scarcity today lies not in mintage numbers alone but in survival rates, especially in higher conditions. During the early 1930s, America was facing severe economic hardship, and coins like the 1930 Buffalo nickel were heavily used in daily commerce. As a result, most surviving pieces today fall into lower circulated grades such as good or fine, often with flattened details and partially worn dates. However, a very fine example stands apart because it still preserves noticeable design depth. In this grade, the Native American's hair braid shows distinct separation lines, the feather retains partial inner detail, and the cheekbone is visible though softened by circulation. On the reverse, the buffalo's horn is at least partially intact, a critical feature collectors examine first, and the animal's shoulder and hip muscles are still defined. The ground line beneath the buffalo is usually visible, and the lettering, 5 cents, and United States of America, remains strong and readable. These characteristics elevate the coin's desirability and separate it from common heavily worn examples. Another factor that increases appeal is surface quality. Collectors pay close attention to scratches, corrosion, rim nicks, and discoloration. A clean, evenly worn very fine 1930 coin with natural gray toning can command a significant premium compared to a damaged example. Some collectors even pursue certified specimens graded and encapsulated by professional grading services, which authenticate the coin and assign a precise condition rating. In today's competitive numismatic market, certified very fine examples often trade in the hundreds of dollars, and coins approaching extremely fine condition may reach into the higher hundreds or beyond depending on eye appeal. Furthermore, the artistic legacy of James Earle Fraser continues to attract collectors who appreciate classic American coinage design. Fraser's Buffalo nickel is widely considered one of the most beautiful coins ever produced in the United States, representing a shift toward more naturalistic and uniquely American imagery in coin art. Because of this enduring popularity, even more common dates like the 1930 no mint mark remain strong sellers year after year. Long-term trends show steady demand, particularly as new generations of collectors enter the hobby through online marketplaces and coin collecting communities. The 1930 issue also holds importance for those building complete date and mint sets of the Buffalo nickel series, which ran until 1938 before being replaced by the Jefferson nickel. Completing a full Buffalo nickel set requires patience, research, and attention to detail, and every date plays a role in that historical collection. In summary, the 1930 no mint mark Buffalo nickel in very fine condition is more than just an old 5-cent coin. It is a durable, historically meaningful collectible with consistent demand, recognizable design, and market values that can range from affordable to impressively strong depending on condition and preservation. Another crucial aspect to understand about the 1930 no mint mark Buffalo nickel is how collector psychology and long-term historical significance continue to push its desirability in the coin market. Even though the Philadelphia issue is not considered the rarest date in the series, it benefits tremendously from the overall popularity of the Buffalo nickel collection as a whole. When collectors decide to build a complete set from 1913 to 1938, every single date becomes essential, including 1930, and that steady demand helps support its value year after year. What makes the 1930 example particularly interesting is its timing. Minted during the early years of the Great Depression, this coin circulated in one of the most challenging economic periods in American history. That historical connection adds an emotional layer to ownership. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are preserving a small artifact from a transformative era in the United States. In very fine condition, the coin tells a visible story of circulation, enough wear to prove it was part of everyday commerce, yet enough detail remaining to admire the artistic craftsmanship of James Earle Fraser. The depth in the Native American profile, the curvature of the braid, and the powerful stance of the buffalo still stand out clearly, reminding viewers why this design remains one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. Additionally, market trends over the past several decades show that classic 20th-century American coins with strong designs and historical identity tend to maintain consistent liquidity, meaning they are relatively easy to buy and sell. In the current marketplace, a well-preserved 1930 no-mint mark example graded very fine commonly trades in the hundreds of dollars, and coins with superior surfaces, attractive natural toning, or sharp strike characteristics can command even stronger prices. Another factor influencing value is the increasing number of collectors who prefer certified coins authenticated by major grading companies, as certification adds buyer confidence and often boosts resale potential. As more collectors seek tangible assets and historically significant collectibles, coins like the 1930 Buffalo nickel continue to attract attention not only from hobbyists but also from investors looking for stable, long-term collectibles. Over time, attrition also plays a role. Coins are lost, damaged, or permanently removed from circulation, slowly decreasing the available supply of quality examples. This natural reduction supports gradual value appreciation, particularly for coins in solid mid to high grades like very fine and above. Ultimately, the 1930 no-mint mark Buffalo nickel represents a balance of affordability, historical depth, artistic excellence, and steady market demand. It may not be the rarest coin in the series, but its consistent collector interest and historical importance make it a strong and respected piece within any Buffalo nickel collection, proving once again that sometimes the most meaningful treasures are those that quietly endured through history.